Hey, so during this kind of like hip hop phase at Westchester in the TDF era, what was Ron Ron doing? Was Ron Ron pop locking and breakdancing too?
No, I wasn't doing no pop locking. I can't dance worth nothing. I couldn't do nothing, man. I was
Frankenstein
holding the wall down, man. Just chilling.
For the dime moves in the lokes, for the 6-4s on spokes, for the OGs that did a dime, came back around on parole, for the homegirls with the scrap game, Lil homies that gang bang, from Pelican Bay to YA, rearrange your mind frame. Yeah, I know what you've been through, shit you had to go tend to. Your mama gave birth on the turf, I know them killers you kin to. This for the lost generation, broke as hell, man.
A lot of, lifting weights, and I was on swole, they start calling me Big Miz.
Original stutter box. Eastside 5, who's Pebble on Bishop, Mill City Gangsta Bloods.
Yeah, Mac video, you know, this is for sure. Yeah, Mac video, open your soul.
This is the beginning.
The TDF thing kind of like, that shit kind of like collapsed like around the time when Chuck got killed, right?
Chuck got killed.
What Chuck got killed in January of '87. What can you tell me about that, if you can?
All I know is that they said that Chuck was up at Domino's Pizza and with a few individuals, and some guy from Hoover, Fadu's Hoover, supposedly shot him right there. So a lot of them guys from there would never eat Domino's Pizza. Yeah. They would never go to Domino's. They would never eat anything from Domino's Pizza because of that. But Chuck was a real influential person in their lives, though. Chuck was a good dude.
Yeah, describe Chuck for us.
Chuck was a person that would stand up. He was down. And the cool thing about Chuck, he was claiming 60s too. He was claiming 60s with his sister Tracy. But he was posse. He was posse, and he was claiming 60s at the same time.
So I was just digging into his name before I got over here, because some people were saying that he was a New York b-boy, and others said he wasn't.
Well,
and I just found out on his death certificate he's born in New York.
New York. He is from New York. He's from New York. That he is. He the one. He brought it out here. He brought that swag out here and did his thing. I would just listen to one of his old music that him and Tone and them did, and I sent it to Tone. When I got it, I sent it to Tone, and Tone was like, "Where you get it? Where you get this from?" I said, "I got this off YouTube, man." But I sent it to him. I think he still got it too.
I just remember him always wearing that bomber jacket
and them damn Adidas or Pumas he had on with them big old shoelaces in them.
So I was looking at the timeline. I was going through some documents. 88 was kind of a hectic year for the crew up here.
Yeah.
So it went from, in January, Chuck got
killed,
and then
Smurf got shot.
Even before that, he wasn't from the hood, but Melvin's older brother.
Yeah, Andrew, his girl, he got killed by his girlfriend, supposedly. Yeah, it was crazy.
And then after that, in July,
Smurf and Will got shot.
Where were you at when that event happened?
I was out of town. When that happened. I was at my auntie house, and I called home, and I was talking to one of our friends. Her name is Belle, who used to hang out with us back then. And Belle, and I called him, I'm like, "What's going on, Belle?" You like, "I got something to tell you." I said, "What?" He said, Smurf got shot up at Stockard Park, and Will got shot. He died. I said, "What?" So I immediately came back. I came back out on the bus, came on back.
Where was you at?
I was in Paso Robles up at my auntie house. And I came back. I came right back. Yeah. That was crazy.
That was pretty much the event that weeded out the real from the I ain't fucking around with this shit no more, right?
Yeah. Because they say it was a lot of people there. It was a few people there when it happened. So I don't know what happened to them.
So what was you doing at Auntie's house during that time? Pop sent you off again?
Well, I went out there because I was going to work at their fair for 2 weeks. They have a mid-state fair every year out there. And I was going to work and get some money, get some little extra cash. But that didn't work out because that happened with Smurf and Will.
So when this happened with Smurf, you guys were still in high school at the time, right?
Yeah.
And fuck everybody, don't like it, them niggas is tripping.
So I remember you and Lamont, Baby Wake, saying you guys checked out of Westchester and went to Palisades. What was that about?
Oh, we got kicked out. We didn't check out. I got into a fight with some Bloods, and man, it was crazy because the dude was messing with Chandra. I guess he was trying to talk to Chandra, our sister Chandra on Harcourt, and I'm looking at this dude like, why you talking to my sister, man? What's happening? And he said something crazy, and that's when all the hell broke loose. I just took off on him, and Baby Wake took off on his homeboy. And this dude came out with some stuff and put it on his hands, and he just clocked me. And man, it just went down like that. And I got caught because my eye was closed. That's how I got caught. So when I got kicked out, the next day, Baby Wake and them went to school and took off again on them dudes, and they ended up getting kicked out. Him and this guy named Johnny. They ended up getting kicked out. So we ended up going to Palisades, and it was cool. Palisades was cool, but
how long did you guys last?
I lasted a semester. I didn't get kicked out, but as soon as I got there, we got into it, the PVGs immediately. It was some PVGs that we immediately got into it with them and got that out the way. Stayed there for a semester. I checked out, went to Crenshaw. Me and Baby Wake and Smurf ended up going to Crenshaw. Smurf stayed at Westchester. Smurf never got kicked out because Smurf ended up going to a continuation school, I guess, or something. But we ended up going to Crenshaw. I stayed there a semester.
So you guys didn't go to the continuation on the side of Westchester?
Not yet. That was after I left Crenshaw. I got kicked out of Crenshaw. I went to Delray.
I want to rewind back to when Lil Looney paroled in '88.
Big U, Big D, Little Slim with me. Court Dogg and PJ, we is the real 60s. Never running from the rivals and we deal with them. Baby Wake, my nigga Smurf, Mangler here, nigga. Real soldiers, we are vets like it's Vietnam. 6 times 10, drink it till the liquor's gone. Little Looney, remember the time. Real niggas from the city, they never would die. Little Looney, remember the time. Real niggas from the city, they never would die. Little Looney, remember the time. Real niggas from the city, they never would die. Little Looney, remember the time.
When he paroled and he's back on deck, did things change around here? And if they did, in what way?
Yeah, I would say only thing changes, more people start coming out. You know, because when Lil Looney was gone, you rarely seen people, but when he come home, it's like now you see everybody popping out. That was the thing, you know what I'm saying? And because that's just how it was.
Was he lacing these kids back here? Was he taking them down the way and introducing them to the hood and all that?
Yep. Those that wanted to go, yeah. If you was hood, you got to go down the hill and meet the homies down there. You know, that's how I was taught. And plus, I knew a lot of them guys because I went to Hyde Park with them. And, you know, just things of that nature. Or they went to Westchester with me and we just established a cool little friendship or whatever. But I was taught, man, you just can't stagnate yourself on one side of the neighborhood. You got to venture out everywhere from the hills to the fronts. Whatever it is, just go down there and meet the homies and hang out, you know. Make yourself known, get your name out there, make your presence known, however it is, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I did it.
So you mentioned the hills to the front. So I kind of want to dive into what's your memory, your recollection of the phrase Overhill, how that came to be. Was that something that came before Lil Looney paroled or after he paroled?
I'm just gonna say this. When I first started banging, we was Bac Hood. We were saying Bac Hood. And when homies came home, Loon, Jay, you know, I guess that's the Overhill thing. You know, I roll with it. You know, when you start saying Overhills, I would think it was long because I never heard nobody talk about Overhills growing up in like the 70s, early 80s. I never heard no one say the Overhills. All I heard was you had that Bac Hood, you had the homies on 10th Avenue, you had the AGs, you had the MGs. Anything from, I want to say 3rd Ave, maybe 4th Ave down was considered, I guess, AGs. Anything from, you had the 6th block, which is 6th Ave. Then you had 7th Ave, then you had MG, then you had the Dime, then you had 11th Ave, which they call Ace Ace, I guess. Then you had BG, which is the back. Anything from Crenshaw on, that's the back. You know what I mean? So, Victoria, so, and then you had the homies on Shady Lane, which was Cimarron, the front hood, where you want to call it the fronts. So it was like the Overhill thing, it was like, man, I mean, Kev could contest to it. I mean, he can, about 88, right? He's about 88.
All right, so I'm gonna move a little bit forward on the Word on Wheels days. Did you participate up at Word on Wheels?
Yeah, I did a couple. Yeah, I did it a few times.
You know how to roller skate?
A little bit. I done fell on my ass enough to learn how to skate. Yeah.
What was the atmosphere at Word on Wheels when you used to participate?
I'll
Who was up there, and what kind of drama and events was happening when you were there?
When I went through it, when we was going, it was the O's, 30s, 90s, 60s. You had a few gear gangs go up there. You had coasters. Couple niggas, PJ Watts, used to come up there. But mainly it was O's. It was 30s to the 60s. The 9-0s. Few 111s come up there, homies from the hundreds to pop up. But every weekend, you definitely gonna see some 60s there, without a doubt. Every Saturday.
Any rumbles that you remember?
Yeah, I remember a few, man.
Between who?
Us in the 30s. I remember that one real good. We got down with them a few times over some misunderstanding. Got with the got into with the gears a couple times. Schoolyards used to try to pop up. But the main fight was us in the 30. We had a big old melee out there in that parking lot. Big.
Any household names that you remember that participated?
Mm-hmm. From the homies? Or you talking about
both sides?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Just delete it if you don't want it.
yeah, I remember it. It was me, Baby Wade, Black Cow kicked it off. Big Cow kicked it off. But really, what happened was, me, Chico, and Bub went up there. We came early or whatever. And we got up there. We thought it was some homies up there or whatever. So they was like, what that Harlem, what's up, homie, with that Harlem life? We was like, okay, 60s, whatever. And one of them, I ain't gonna put his name out there. One of them said, what's up with your homeboys, man? And why they was tripping. I said, huh? But I didn't know the week before that Cal had just got down with a dude over a dice game the week before. And I was like, I don't know, man, but it's 60s, And when I said that, them fools fired on me. All I hear is, I see fists all on me. I'm just curling up now trying to fight back. And Chico and them, then they start pulling out guns. So we bumped out. And we ran. And when then the homies started pulling up, we came back. And I told Cal and them, like, man, these dudes just jumped us, man, and this and that. And Cal, we all went outside, and that's when Cal confronted Sharp. And he was like, nigga, y'all socked my homeboy did to that? And he was like, y'all know you knocked my homeboy little such and such out? He said, yeah, I did that. He said, well, I did that, and Cal knocked him out. And it was a big old melee right there in the parking lot. So big old melee.
I want to know how old you, Chico, and Baby Wake was compared to the dudes you guys fought.
I was 17. And them dudes had to be in their 20s. I was 17. Me, Chico, and Bub, we was teenagers. Baby Wake came up there. Smurf even tried to fight in a wheelchair. That was crazy. He came up there. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. But I got a lot of good memories at World on Wheels, though. It's a lot of good memories, man. It's a lot of good memories. Yeah, lovely memories. I mean, more fun than, you know, it was cool. It was cool.
I want to touch on Lil Ron Ron. Where'd you find him at?
I found my boy with you. You brought him around, baby. Y'all came together, man. You, him. Well, Herman was last. It was you, him, and Damon. You, him, and Damon, man. And I just took a liking in Jason, man. He wanted to be my little homie so bad because the crazy thing is Maurice was originally Lil Ron Ron. Maurice was originally Lil Ron Ron, and then Lil Ron Ron fought him and basically got the name, and Maurice was Baby Ron Ron. But everybody used to think me and Jason was brothers because we looked so much alike. I mean, he literally looked like my little brother. Same color, same eyes, everything. That was my guy, though.
Now that you say that, what's your family's background to get the hazel eyes and all that? You guys Creole in the background?
Yeah, my dad's side is Creole, but I got my eyes from my mother's father's side. My mother's father's side got these eyes.
You got any Westwood stories you want to share that you can remember?
Not no fight, not no violence. We just go to movies and just chill. I never really. We just go and chill.
You gotta share the drive-by.
Who drive-by?
You in my car.
Oh man, that was at Kenneton Park. Yeah. That was Kenneton.
Me, you, Smirk, and Looney.
Yeah, Looney. Yeah, man. We go to Kenneton Park. We had a ditch party. It was me, Bobby. Remember Bobby down the street, Catman, baby, the original baby Catman. Him, Looney, Lamont. Baby Waco, Smurf. It was a gang of the homies. We go up to Kenneton Park to a ditch party. Westchester had a ditch party, but come to find out, was other schools there, in the Mansfields, the PVGs, and the Marvins was there, man. And Kenya was there. She had a little Jetta then. I think you had a little Jetta. And man, we get out the car. And Smurf get out the car too, because they seen Smurf originally.
Smurf is already in the wheelchair?
Yeah, he seen Smurf, so he get out the car banging on Smurf. Dude from Mansfield. And then he got back in the car, and Looney just get out the car. And then them dudes get out the car and go up the hill, so we go up there, we get in, we park, get out. I see Looney arguing with like 4 or 5 different niggas from Marvin, from Mansfield. They just arguing like da-da-da, nigga 6-0, da-da-da. And I'm like, damn, all these niggas. So they end up drawing down. Boom. Lone turned his head and he went back the other way. But the dude didn't bust for some reason. And them dudes got in the car, right? So I grabbed Smurf. I was like, come on. I put him in the car. Bro, I couldn't even get him in the car. When the Mansfields, PVGs drove past us, man, they shot like 6-7 times in this girl's car, man. They shot the car up. I put Smurf in the car and we just had to get on the ground, man, or get on the seat. Shot her car up, man. I think you was in the bathroom or something, because when you came back, you damn near fainted.
No, I was that, when Looney told me to take off, remember I took off up Don Lorenzo.
Yeah, you damn near fainted when you seen your car, man.
I was heard the story that when they pulled out the burner, Looney dared them to bust. That was bullshit.
Well, Looney, when he did this, Looney did like this. And then when he turned around, then he came back and he looked and he said something else. Them dudes weren't gonna bust. Because I knew if they weren't gonna bust, then I knew they weren't gonna bust. So you start talking shit. So they went and got in the car and they left, and that's when they started shooting and shot the car up. Me and Smurf was in the car and shot the car up and everything. That's when a couple dudes basically ran, and we got the Melvin house. Mm-hmm. And a couple cats got beat up bad because, they got whooped.
Where did you guys hang out back then during that time when you all came back to the hood? What blocks was it?
Eileen, Harcourt, Keniston, but mainly like like the little homies like us, we'll be on Harcourt. That's just headquarters. We at Smurf House, hanging out every day.
Eric May's house?
Well, Eric Mays, nah.
When down the line, because when Lil Nick Love got killed, remember when Looney threw the dude Popeye when he dug the dish out?
Ron Ron was gone.
I was
Oh,
gone.
you were gone then.
I was
Okay.
gone.
Okay.
But we hung out on Harcourt. That was our main block. Harcourt was the block for the little homies.
Tell us about the Westchester High football games and the Fat Burgers afterwards. What was going on back then?
Oh yeah, we would go to games, and one particular game, I think I was with we got into Hamilton. We played Hamilton or something, and I think I was with Baby Cal, man. Me and Baby Cal, they cram, got pepper spray. We was fighting some. They snatched the dude from Mansfield's chain in the parking lot. The homies took his chain, and we started fighting and whatever. And then the police started coming, pepper spraying us. We all got pepper sprayed. This was before Swanee even got shot, I think. I think this was before Swanee got shot. But the Westchester games was to be on, bro. It was to be fun. You don't really see no mess until you probably go to Fat Burgers. When you go to Fat Burgers, you might see some drama sometime. Because I done seen some bull crap, man, up at Fat Burgers, man. But you see a lot.
I remember you used to go to the Crenshaw games, and you would bring Bub and Chico and them, because the Crenshaw games was during the daytime.
Yeah.
And then after that, you shoot the Westchester games afterwards.
Yeah. You bring Bub, Chico. I bring Crip, Charlie.
Yeah.
Dude. I have to bring the homies. I used to bring them. These all come together all the time. Because I was like the driver, because I had the license. Them dudes didn't have no license, so I used to drive their cars all the time.
Man, you wasn't driving nothing.
Yes, I was. I used to, you better ask them. I used to drive Duke shit. I used to drive.
Man, it was Deacon driving you guys around.
No, I used to drive Crip Charlie shit too.
You didn't have a license, bro.
I did have a license. I had a license before I went to jail, bro. I did. I did. Yes, I did. Even when I wrecked that car on Harcourt. Even when I wrecked the car on Keniston. Me and Smurf. I had to get a license. I did some wrecking.
There was a time where Chesley was a headquarters too, and used to be down there. You want to tell us about?
Yeah, that was me, Baby Wino, Baby Peanut, Baby Specs, Hanky, a few other cats. To hang out with Ollie and them had a little house on Chesley, and they made that the hangout. Everybody came on Chesley for some reason. It was just Lil Mad, Lil Peanut. We all just to be over there every day. We made that the hangout. That's matter of fact, that's when Herman got put on. Lil Kev Mac. He got put on in that house. He came up to me one day. He was like, "Ron, I want to be from the hood." I said, "What hood?" And he said, "I'm gonna be from 60s." I said, "Yeah." And so I was supposed to go in the house. Tiny Creep rushed him. Then from Tiny Creep, Baby Specs rushed him. From Baby Specs, Baby Peanut rushed him. That boy fought like 7 people, man.
And you guys put the dude through the blender.
Yeah,
man.
he went through the tadpole, got it. Yeah, he went through the blender, man. He made it though. He made it. Yeah.
Is that where you picked up the name Courtney Dogg on the Chesley days?
Yeah, me and Baby Peanut, yeah. We was like, man, yup. Peanut. That's my guy, big bro, big court dog. That's my bro, man. Shit. That's my guy.
So look, we don't have to get into details, but now we're gonna talk about you getting took off the streets.
Okay.
All right. What was the situation when you guys were Thunderdome at 59th with the 9-0s? What was that about?
Oh, that was on 67.
That was on 67?
Yeah. What happened was, earlier that day, I think Pooley, Lil Bub, got brushed by a couple 9-0s. And it was a little issue or whatever. And I had just came back from out of town, and I was with Bub, Baby Bub. So I'm driving down 67, and this dude, We parked and this dude say, "Where you from?" I was like, "Nigga, where you from?" And he said, "I'm from Compton." And my eyes just opened up because the Lil Ron Ron thing at the time, he got killed. We thought, the Comptons did it or whatever. We were just like, my eyes opened up like, what? So I jumped out on him, like, finna get him. But then he said, "No, I'm such and such." No. I just wanted to see if you was down. "Oh, you fucked up now, buddy." So I couldn't get to him. So that night we had a meeting. Lil Bam, all of us was there. We go to the back house, that little cuckoo house. We go in the backyard. I tapped the dude. I'm like, "Hey man, remember you was calling me, asking me where I was from, telling me you was from Compton?" He said, "Yeah, I just wanted to see if you was down." "Okay, well you finna see now." So we went in the back and me and him got in. And I punched him.
So what was the event where they said they caravaned up to 59th Street School and it was what was that, round 2? That never happened?
No. When I got down with him, it was over with. After me and him got down, that was a wrap. But they could have been talking about when me and C-Rag fought, and then he followed me all the way to 8th Avenue. After we fought on 67, and then me and Duke go down there to Madden, and here comes C-Rag and Chaos coming down. Like, it ain't over. And I was like, "Rag, I ain't fighting you no more, man. You my boy. I ain't gonna fight you no." It was a misunderstanding, really. Yeah, it was cool, though.
Explain the Thunderdome culture in the 60s. What's behind that? What's it all about?
Well, the Thunderdome is basically people sizing each other up, squabbling just to test your squabbling skills. If you ain't got no squabbling skills, you finna get some. Because you gonna fight. Without a doubt. Meetings, you gonna fight. We all done attested having to fight. And you got some that just couldn't fight. But you have some that been in the Thunderdome so many times to where they could fight. And you have some that can just fight from day one. So it was just like, you don't know who's going to get called up to fight. You just know you're going to be there. It could be, hey, you getting down with such and such or, like that. But at the end of the day, when you fight, you finna shake hands and you finna hug like it's love. It's not going to be none of that, "I can't stand this dude after we fight." Never heard of that until later on.
What month did you get arrested?
July 29th, 1990.
So right before that, Lil Ron Ron gets killed. Do you remember what was going on during that time? Where you was at?
Yeah, I was with me and Lil Sinbad was together, and this guy just walked up to us, little dude. I guess I seen him before at Westchester or whatever, and we was on Crenshaw and Slauson in the shopping center, and I was talking to Sinbad, and he was like, Lil Ron Ron got killed. And I'm looking at this dude like, "What? Man, you don't know what you talking about, dog." He said, "I'm serious, man. He got killed over there on Sentinel and was it La Tierra?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, man. So it was me, Sinbad, Baby Bam, and Lil Duke. We go over there. And when we go over there, I see your brother. I see Overhill Bam. I see Mailman. And they right there where the truck is, where it got shot up, and they had a little sheet over it. So I was like, damn. I said, "You still?" I'm like, damn. What the hell? What happened? And he told me that's Jason in the truck. He got shot up. Him and Smurf. I was like, what? Couldn't believe it.
So basically, a couple months after that, you get captured and snatched off the streets. But
yeah.
There's a video out there. you want to talk about that video that the news captured?
Oh yeah, I went to jail. Yeah, it was on 2020, but we was in the neighborhood. Me, Looney, Touche, Louie. We on Bryanhurst. I was selling drugs or whatever, and we see the police coming. So I ran to the back and put the dope somewhere. I threw it, and I come back out and see JJ Mays. I see JJ Mays, and once I seen JJ Mays, I just walked out like it wasn't nothing. So I see Looney arguing with Looney was talking shit to the police. And Touche, I don't know what happened with Touche. I guess he was drunk or something. I don't know, but he seen me coming back, so the police go back there and miraculously find the dope, man. They found 2 pill bottles full of dope. I go to jail.
Harcourt Ave, we smoking the grass and drink. Making money from the fiends that we pass. We think about a master plan and pulling the lick. We rich rolling in the hood, real G's and no time for fake. Yeah. Harcourt. I'll be hanging on the block, getting money in the zone. All I got left is stinking memories. I love them niggas to death. I'm drinking Hennessy. All I got left is stinking memories. I love them niggas to death. I'm drinking Hennessy.